Right now at 6, a former South Carolina sheriff's federal trial is near the end after a Queen City News investigation led to his arrest. Good evening, I'm Brian Blakely. Day 4 of Marlboro County Sheriff Charles Lemon's federal trial just wrapped up in Florence. And a former longtime Marlboro County sheriff came to Charles Lemon's defense today in a moment in time when Lemon needed him the most.
You're here to go testify as a character witness for Mr. Lemon. What do you think about that video? What did you think when you saw it?
I had no comment about that.
Well, you were the former sheriff.
Yes, sir, I'm going to leave it up to the jury and let them decide. I appreciate it.
Would you have put up with that as sheriff if he worked for you?
Like I said, I'm not going to make any comment.
Thanks.
Fred Knight is hoping that he can help convince the jury his longtime friend isn't the cop prosecutors made him out to be. Our chief investigative reporter, Jody Barr, has been in court all week following all the developments. Now, he joins us live in Florence right now. Jody, there was a problem in court today that has now delayed this trial.
Yeah, Brian, first off, the defense expected to finish up today, but a water and sewer failure here in the city of Florence cut short court today. The judge sent the jury home, shut things down, and told them to come back here Monday. But this morning, the judge decided the Charles Lemon motion for acquittal. You'll remember we reported yesterday that Charles Lemon asked for that late in the day before court finished here yesterday. Lemon wanted the judge to find that prosecutors failed to provide evidence of Lemon's guilt. The judge denied that motion, saying there's plenty of evidence and testimony for the jury to make a decision in this case. Lemon's side started calling witnesses this morning, and they started with 2 character witnesses. Now, the first one was former Marlboro County Sheriff Fred Knight, who worked with Lemon for 17 years at the sheriff's office, and Lemon was Knight's chief deputy for 12 of those years. Knight told the jury Charles Lemon was very respectful to people and praised Lemon's work ethic, calling him his right-hand man. But the prosecution pounced, pointing out that Knight told SLED and the FBI in an interview after Lemon's arrest that Charles Lemon claimed he was trying to console Jarrell Johnson inside the jail and that Johnson turned to attack the sheriff. The jailhouse video, though, does not show that. Knight, from the witness stand, denied saying that in his statement to investigators, so the prosecutor played that video to the jury. Knight then admitted telling that to the agents investigating the tasing. Now, neither former sheriff would talk with me about that here today. Mr. Knight, did you lie to or try to mislead the FBI instead in your statement you gave them?
Jody, I had no comment.
Well, this is your chance to clear that up before we report what the prosecutor accused you of. Why would they tell you that, those agents tell you that?
Well,
I can't go any further, I would. Mr. Lemon, did you tell Mr. Knight you tried to console Jarrell Johnson? Now, Lemon's use of force expert started his testimony today, but again, the city's water sewer problem cut that short, Brian.
Well, Jody, from the limited testimony that we got from Lemon's use of force expert today, was there anything that came out of that to indicate where the defense is heading?
Well, I think it's logically it is that expert's opinion that all 6 of these tasing incidents inside the jail that day were all justified. Now, they didn't get much further. Obviously, the prosecution will poke holes in Lemon's defense by questioning this expert when we get back here next week. But yeah, all 6, they went through every single one in that video, and the defense expert testified today that he felt that every single one of those were justified, despite prosecutors saying that after the first 2, the other 4, well, that Lemon should be convicted of those.
Jody, also today, that the sewer and water problems you talked about delaying the start of this today. Does that have anything to do with how it's going to delay the timing of the trials ending right now?
Yeah, it does. Again, the defense thought they were going to finish up today. They could have possibly gotten to the jury charge where the judge tells the jury what the law is and gives them instructions on deliberating these accusations, these charges, but that obviously won't happen today. They expect to come back Monday with the defense finishing up its case. They think they can get it done Monday. If so, the timing would be that the judge would charge the jury with the law and then set them loose, hopefully deliberating here Monday evening. If it's too late in the day, I don't know. This judge has promised the jury they would leave every day at 5. So if it's much later, that could go into Tuesday. But who knows right now, Brian? We really don't know what the schedule may be.
Yeah, Jody Barr live in Florence all week for the Lost Trust trial and investigation here. And looks like you'll be back again on Monday. All right. And you can follow the latest developments on this trial on air and online. We have extensive coverage of the investigation on our website with Jody Barr. And just click on the Investigations tab at qcnews.com.